Okay, you banned Linear, removing one of the geo options for Mangekko and Lunar Crystallize. Ban Columbina, that leaves Zebai open for QCDC. Like, will they first pick Zebai though? They pick Chaska instead, leaving Zebai open. It's very interesting. Yeah, the story is saying it's a free Zebai and Varessa. They do, however, instead go for Mav. Quite an interesting pick from KBSQ. Will they go Mav Varessa? Is no one gonna pick Zebai? Imagine they pick Mav Varessa. It'd be funny if no one picks Zebai for the first 2 picks for both teams. Mav Zebai. Okay. Now will they get the Varessa that is left open? And they pick Alloy, which is Bennett. Unless there's something else. Yeah, Alloy is Bennett. Now since they pick Bennett, it's a high likelihood that they will ban him next. So what Kamaboko Squad might do is ban one of the options for the Bennett melt team, which could be Chang'an or it could be Galming. They ban Llama, then they ban Bennett. I guess they could ban Llama and then try to pick Flints or Nefa very early, so they don't have a not quite team. Sub 4 minutes on the clock, BSQ Arena is open for them, as well as Varessa, but instead they go for Arla. Interesting decision from them. Now will QCDC go for Flints and Nefa or will they go for Varessa? Because both of those options are open, those 2 team cores. It's also Farina, if they want to go Farina anything, like Farina Chaska or Farina Skirt, because Varessa is open. If QCDC doesn't pick them, then I'll be quite surprised, considering how versatile and strong she is, this Stygian. They might be just thinking of the Mangekko, so they're just not focusing on the Varessa. They decided to go for Mua Shilo instead. That's very interesting. Why did they go that? And where will they play that? Because they picked Chaska. It's gonna be Mua Chaska Shilo now. Eula! Okay, high priority character. Okay, no. They're contemplating. Should they pick Eula? 4th pick Eula, by the way. Insane. Navia. Okay, so it'd be Chubai, Navia, Tsubai. Are they gonna pick a Hydro or just Varessa? They don't have access to a Bennett comp, so they really need to consider their Hera teams right now. Llama is banned, so an Nefer team is gonna be very cope. So it's just Flints and Nefa left. If you don't pick the Flints, then it might be pretty dire for them. Navia Varessa. If QCDC picks Flints here, Flints and Nefa, then they're kinda cooked for Hera. Just there aren't that many options left. And they go for Flints Linny. Okay, the only thing left could work is forward Vape. So for Arena Love, just a Pyro Applier, and Hera becomes Pyro. They could do that. Will they do that though? Doesn't seem like it. They're picking Hutao. Like I'm thinking Hutao where? Is it Papella? Yeah, 1 minute left on the clock. Yeah, 2 picks left. Hutao said Lolly, said Story. 30 seconds left. Lolly could work, but it could also backfire really badly. Like in the FEC game, they play set Lolly and 3 Pyros, and it always got Pyro infused. So it's kinda cooked. They have 8 seconds left on the clock, they pick Farina. Very tight on time. Klee? They might just counterpick Pyro rules right now. Oh, Klee set Lolly. Oh, and that's that. So now 15 minutes prep starts. Oh my god, QCDC is so big, it's actually like going outside of the sheet. Okay, so they're playing they're playing Mua Shilo Sucrose Diluc. Okay, insane. Alternative Primitive Messiah. Crazy. Oh my god. Pixel dismissal. Can I get more of those pixels, please? This is a pretty good comp though. Like, that's actually a cook from QCDC. Because Diluc is a Claymore character and need a power applier. And Diluc does both of that. You never know, like they're cooked. Maybe with perfect coordination. Or with higher... Maybe if there was another DPS, because right now it's just Mualani. They do have access to Klee. Yeah, now they're trying out with Klee instead of Diluc. Will this net them better results? The break seems somewhat similar. Arguably a bit slower, but the damage could make up for it. Yeah, the pacing seems to be better right now. What constellation is it? Klee is C1. Yeah, this is better pacing. It's better than Diluc. Surprise, surprise. C1 Klee with Hex is good. Or it's better than Diluc. It did clear at least. And on the right we're seeing a Tsubai Navia team. Barbell Luga. It's a C2 Mua and I do think it's a C2 Shilo as well. I remember one of Dace's accounts how it's a C2 Shilo. Yes, it's a C2 Shilo. C2 Mua, C1 Klee. Yeah, please clear it. We're just good. And prep is over. So the Kamaboko Squad did Gecko, got 66 seconds. And now they're gonna do Hera. And they're playing the Linny Melt variant, the Melt comp. Chongyun, Hutao, Sara, Arla. You might be thinking that attack is more worth it than the Unlimited Mastery from Diona. Diona gives 200 EM from her C6. And Hutao, out of everyone, has low base attack, so it doesn't benefit her as much as 200 EM. And even for Arla, she should already have a lot of attack, so the EM should make more of a difference than the attack buff from Sara. Okay, pre-stacking Linny. Smart from Johnny. He literally aura farming. He can't stop aura farm. Bursting is pretty good. It looks to be around 55 to 60 second clear. And it is 60 second on the dot. And then they're doing the QCDC, playing the Mav. Mav, Orisa, Shiv, and is that PMC? Cannot see. I can't tell if that's Arlo or PMC. Okay, it was PMC. As for QCDC, they are playing the Mona Chalska official PMC variant, which is very strong. And Hope does have a C2 Chalska, so this team should be able to get good clear times. 70 seconds or 69. Oh, yeah, that was their last retry. 69, 64, 60, 63, and 50. Looks pretty close. Kamaboko Squad is winning on all 3 bosses, but it's not by much. On the first boss is 3 seconds, on the second is by 1 second, and on the third boss it's by 4 seconds. 53 seconds, 66, 63, 53. Even better. Is it the first time a team has beaten QCDC? Because they have been unstoppable for 2 seasons in a row. Might be the first time they lose a game. It's still anyone's game. They could just do a comeback, so you never know. They might blunder and just lose for Kamaboko Squad. Right now they have a slight advantage. Anyone can win this. Go to draft 2. And draft has started. They did choose to ban G-Ball, which is interesting because it's usually a character that you want to first pick as team 1. Probably means that they just want to play something else, or their Z-Buy comps aren't that much better than the alternatives. Colombina first pick. Okay. That is a choice of all time. What will they do with the Colombina? And like even if they get a premium team, they just left Varasa open as well as just any other character. And they decided to go Neflama? Okay, just a counter pick. Why did they decide to do that so early? It's not because if they're afraid of it, they can just ban one of them and the team just gets way worse. Okay, they pick Mav. I do wonder, do they have a C1 or C2 Mav? They do have 2 C2 Mavs and a C6 Mav. C6 Mav is bad. They do have C2 Mavs, which could be better than C2 Versa, but yeah. There are many options open. Chalska, Versa are open. Plinzinefa, Arena, Navia, Shillo, and decides to ban Minute. Makes sense. More ban. Okay. In this case, they could pick Versa and just get a guaranteed Pepela comp, or if they want to be mean, could pick Flins and just brick their Colombina first pick and removing their era options. Yes, it's draft 2. Maybe I should say that somewhere. This is draft 2. They pick Chalska. It's funny because Kamaboko Squad only has 1 Chalska, and the only Chalska they have is C2. C2 Chalska is good, but it's funny that that's the only Chalska they have. Whereas Shilon, they go for Flins or okay. Now Kamaboko Squad doesn't have an Notokai team with their Colombina. No Linnea. I mean, the only thing left is Inefa. Colombina first pick was kinda okay, will they pick Frina Effie? Frina Skirk. No, Frina Effie probably. Frina Inefa. Those Kamaboko Squad have 1 C1 Inefa. We're C0 Skirk. That is counter pick. Yeah. C1 Llama. Yeah. Skirk Tao. Counter picking Hutao. Oh my god. But Pearl would not like that. Aino Razor. Razor? Second pick Razor. Okay. What are they cooking? Navia Nuv. Shilo Navia Nuv. Irina. Ongekko. Good work. It's pretty synergistic with everyone. The team. Could be a very solid team. Good break, good damage, good buffing. Which we'll have to see. Maybe it doesn't cycle, but enough cost and investment it should cycle. Almost 3 minutes left on the clock for QCDC. They should be able to get last pick. Not like yeah, Razor has better break than Ningguang, but what team with Razor? Flins? Was it Nefralama with Razor? Zora, Jehoda, PMC, Shiv, Baiju. Baiju. This is so interesting. In this game, the Luke has been picked. Razor, Baiju. Thinking. They used up over 2 minutes for the last pick. Siege win. Oh my god. I approve. I approve. So based. Maybe Sora is just better. You know? You never know. That's what I'm thinking. It's not better. Sora is better than Diona. But what do we know? She might be better. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Both teams are playing it. Copy pasting what Kamaboko Squad is playing. Komuna. Is it Komuna? No, it's probably that bro. The AEX combo. Okay, not anymore. Yes, just told them to paste the gen. This is not ranked. We can finish a run. Yes, the forbidden server. Server that should not be named. Taboo words. QCDC are robots. It's where they saw Kamaboko Squad with Sora. Didn't for a moment think to improve on their cook. I mean, like 15C has been playing that Diona Chongyun, like Bennetless Hera comp that is mod during the Court days. So I don't know. Insane Razor, bro. Stygian Pick'ems when. Where's Alex? Deep Wood Razor. You're an effing idiot, bro. SMS Llama? Okay. Foster going ham on Hope. Flame Forged Insight. Just put the 5 in the bag, bro. Is he asking a player if he can level it? Character check is over, and now both teams are going inside the Stygian. Kamaboko Squad is starting with their Bina Infa team. Sora and Yehoda. Looking pretty solid though. They're getting pretty good clear. Their Razor team as well. Nefralama, I know Razor. Rick is pretty good. Razor proccing the Fav and Deepwood. This is some next level pick'ems stuff.
I'm unbricked.
We're unbricked.
Yes.
Hello, Molani.
Hello.
Hello.
The sneaky Moalani in VC.
Yes.
I just wanted to mention that QCDC's team is actually similar to what Foster did in his solo die run.
Really?
And yeah, one of his more recent runs, he did the same team but with Columbina, his account. And I think it might be some inspiration from that. And also, you didn't mention that he actually activates another passive from Dendro Resonance, which gives extra EM to the team when you trigger Hyperbloom or Virgin. So he actually gives extra EM on top of
from Razor?
Break and yeah, from Razor.
Is it the constellation?
Wait, what did I say? No, it's just Dendro Resonance gives 50 EM to the team and extra EM when you trigger Bloom and even more EM when you trigger Hyperbloom.
True. Yeah.
Actually, I'm not sure if triggers if it like counts Hyperbloom. I'm not sure if it does actually. Oh, but there's still Aggravate now.
Yeah, they're still doing Quicken. So it's just still.
Yeah, actually, Quicken and Aggravate might be a part of that passive too, but I don't remember. I might be just lying.
Lying for fun.
Wait, let's lying for fun. 83 seconds is pretty solid for a 2 5-star team.
Did Fischl die? Seems like it.
Oh yeah.
367.
6-7. Actually, what investment is the ABSQ's Benefa team? Because 47 seconds is actually pretty insane.
It seems to be C1 Inefa, C2 Columbina.
So that's pretty good. That's pretty good considering the Flynn's team was 56 with C1 Flynn's. But it was like no other 5 stars, I guess.
Which weapon is Columbina on?
It's Dawning Frost. Interestingly enough.
These rankers with their R2 or R5 Dawning
Frost. R4.
R5.
Yeah, it's R5. Yeah.
Is they dying? What happened? Oh, their screen.
Oh, their internet bricked.
Oh, bricked again? Bricking. Now it's just full screen.
It was 212 total on EBSQ side.
Yes.
EQ 367, 62. It does give extra 20 EM for Aggravate and Spread. I did lie that he triggers Hyperbloom, but I'm pretty sure he should still be able to get those to Aggravate. He should still give extra 20 EM.
That's good for the team. Oh, it's back. It's what is happening with this stream.
It looks like they're experiencing some technical issues, maybe with the connection. Really? I would guess.
Probably.
Okay, QCDC are retrying in the meantime their Gecko run. Oh, both teams are actually retrying Gecko. Is this a first retry for both? Or
seems like it, yeah. Because both teams have already played Gecko.
Now, currently QCDC is actually ahead on Gecko. ABSQ is actually in the lead and was by a pretty large margin. They seem to be.
This is pretty interesting. Is this the first time another team has competed against them? And they're winning against them?
On this server specifically, yeah.
Have they ever lost? Have they ever lost?
On this server, I don't think so. Back in Card they did.
Well, QCDC wasn't the thing. Unless you mean.
Oh yeah, it wasn't QCDC. And it was mostly the same people, to be fair. So I'm just a little bit focused on the Foster Day Hope Core.
Yeah. This is 660-47.
I have to say, those are pretty impressive times. Like
sub 180, almost sub 170. This is very close.
Looks like they're thinking about what to retry, maybe. But I'm talking about KBSQ because they seem pretty fine with their times, and QCDC just failed one of their retries.
So
unfortunately,
they're just waiting for QCDC retries.
I think it might be the case.
They're stalling to see which bosses they're retrying, and then retrying that boss. Oh my god, stall strat.
That Benefa team, by the way, was 4 cost, which is quite a lot for Gecko. Not sure if it was quite worth it, but
did QCDC trade Columbina Navia to get Chaska Neferlam or some shit?
It was the first big Columbina and then Neferlam from QCDC. Yes. Pretty interesting. I guess it was like maybe a deny. Maybe they were confident that those two could clear.
I think they'd rather just get a comfortably strong team than trying to deny, I guess.
I mean, Neferlam is pretty good, and for them it works really well. The only problem is they might have been a little bit bricked by the fact that Join's account was on C2 Llama, which they did not know about. So
oh, are they exited? Is it all 3 retries? Or did they give up? KBSQ just locked in their times after just 1 retry. Actually aura for me. He's looking at the C3 llama. What is he contemplating?
I think this might have been something that bricked them really, because they didn't have the weapon for Razor that they, I would assume, wanted to use being Forest Regalia. Quite unfortunate. It gives a fair bit of EM they could use really well.
What
It
is
seems that this match is over.
Yeah.
One of the teams left and the other that still is in has better times. It's not like they could lose at this point.
Yeah.
Is there still
that
a
is a
Razor's
Sumeru
bracket?
craftable weapon,
Yes.
Claymore.
Yes.
It has the same effect as like Sapwood Blade, when you trigger elemental reaction, it drops a leaf, which upon
Oh.
picking up, the character gets EM.
Thank you, Jay. You sound like a clanker.
Oh my. TPSQ seem to be jumping around and discussing something in their VC, I would assume.
Yes. So
Because
let's-
they are not retrying anything.
So KBSQ won this game.
Yep. The team that's playing for the first time. I guess the French might be good at this game, which is probably the most heartbreaking thing about today's match.
The French are good.
Oh, why are they good? I think it was a pretty interesting game. Both teams have really good times, especially in Draft 1. In Draft 2, QCDC edged out the sub 200, but still just pretty solid times. Either way, I think both teams have performed really well, quite worthy of the semifinals or the winners bracket. I'll be looking forward towards especially QCDC's game in losers finals. I appeared on the casters list, hell yeah. I spawned later than the half point of the game.
Yeah.
Is anyone from the other teams going to join us for maybe some words about this game? I would like to ask them some questions about the draft, especially like the Llama brick.
Hello.
Hello.
Bonjour de la France.
Vive la révolution.
Oh my god.
You
French
can
shoot.
immediately tell that it was the French that joined first.
What?
Quite heartbreaking. Anyway, you guys won this game. Congratulations, first of all. You're a team that's playing first time this season. What would you say was your experience like for this match? Were you worried about it, maybe?
I mean, we were kind of worried about the draft, but we were pretty confident on what to focus about characters. We won't say too much because we have another match coming up. But yeah, the draft, we prepared the draft a lot and we were confident about our picks. And yeah, it went pretty well, I think.
There's a lot of hours of training behind all of this.
Yeah, I can say.
Yes,
Yes.
I've seen you play in VC for a very long time.
Yeah, until
Yeah,
4
we,
a.m.
we,
Oh my god.
we had to use 2 of our trump cards today. This is a bit sad.
Yep.
The Nouvellette and the Inefa.
Ah, I see.
Would you say the BNF team, I think it performed really well, but would you say it was worth the cost? Or potentially, would you draft another team if it was available?
I mean, since they banned Bennett, right? Both drafts, we have to
Yeah.
invest some points on the hero. And I
Mhm.
think for the costs, it does pretty well. So we don't mind too much because we have only one cost on the middle boss. So we can invest points here.
Okay, I see. I see some QCDC members joined. Maybe you have some
Welcome,
comments
welcome.
to say?
Hello.
I wanted to ask mainly about the your llama complaint that you made. Would you say it set you back quite a bit, or was it just like minor inconvenience?
I mean, it was like both. The thing is, a player never told us that he got C2 Llama, and so we assumed the Llama was C1 the entire time. And
Oh.
then Johnny was always the Llama, so when we realized that the Llama was like kind of unusable with our current cost, we had a couple of other problems. Namely, Hope was the only person in our team with the Regalia Razor for the Llama Nefer team. So when we swapped the Llamas, we didn't have Regalia Razor anymore. And then there was like some other issues, I think. And also the Llama like stack frags is like not 90, so it was less EM than using like the event weapon. So there was just like a lot of like gear that was not optimal because we didn't run this character distribution before, based off of like the assumption that we still had the C1 Llama on Johnny.
Also, the
Because
Razor.
like if we use the C2 Llama, it's normally DXL's Llama. So yeah.
Yeah, the Razor was level 20, so I was playing Doom, essentially.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Seems like it was quite a big impact from just one miscommunication. Any other comments you have for the game? I've noticed both teams played a very interesting hero team, being Hutao, Chongyun, Arlecchino, Sara. Maybe some comments on
Not
that
gonna
team?
lie, we yoinked it from the French.
Yeah.
But we
What
just
did-
copied, bro.
Why did you play
I mean-
Sora over Diona?
Because Diona is dog shit.
Sarah is
Exactly.
That's
Like-
crazy.
Who do you think is doing damage on this team? Arlecchino or Utao?
Sarah.
Arlo.
Sarah.
Surely Sarah.
And
The superconduct procs, though.
there is this and the fact that when you play Diona, if the Arlecchino takes 2 hits, she gets no buffs for the rest of the fight, and the Hutao is nerfed by the Diona for the whole fight
Ah, true.
versus Sarah. And Sarah can
True.
wear a set too. So like
Yeah.
there is no reason to run Diona.
Also for the Sarah thing, we banned Bennett right last week, and we knew that players are gonna use it against us, so we prepared for it, right? So we were like, well, we don't have Bennett, but we have Sarah. She actually buffs attack, right? We can try, and we tried, and that's how we saw this team.
Makes sense.
Pretty interesting, Cook, I'd say. With players also mentioning, I missed if it was said out loud or if I read it in the chat, but instructors procs as well. Yeah.
We didn't have
Was it
instructor.
instructors, Sarah?
Nope.
Yeah, we run-
Nods
we
of
run-
Watchers.
We run Millelith, Sarah, and
No, okay.
I don't know what on Chongyun. Something. It was me, so I
Noblesse.
No.
surely it was
I think.
something.
Instructors. Noblesse.
No, bless, I think.
No, no bless. How do
We
you
cannot-
proc instruct?
we
You can't
cannot
proc
proc
instructors
instructor, yeah.
Yeah,
without
we cannot
Bennett.
proc
Yeah.
instructor.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay, is there...
But yeah, that was an interesting game. The draft was interesting too, and was a good match overall, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Overall, I think it was a really unique game in a sense that both teams have used unusual teams, to say the least, in one way or another, be it copying or pulling out some of their trump cards. And both teams performed really well as well. Total time of sub 400 on both teams is pretty good, in my opinion.
I made a joke to Hoffer earlier about how my internet is gonna cost the match before we even draft the second round. Yeah, that almost happened.
It is our breaking. Wait, were you the one on Video Ninja?
No, that was Johnny.
Okay.
I think we can wrap the game up.
Yes.
Thank you all the players for playing. Thank you QBSKU. We'll see you in the grand finals, and QCDC, you are moving on straight to losers bracket finals, and you're going to fight either the team named Balls or the winner of 15C versus HC.
Okay,
Thank you for hosting the tournament.
Yeah, thank you for the tournament. It's fun.
a really fun
Yes.
tournament.
I'm happy you're enjoying it. And thank you for Hafra and Jay for
And Starry as well
yes,
for refing.
for reffing and Jay for casting. The help is really appreciated. So that should be it. Bye bye everyone.
Bye bye. Have a nice
Bye-bye.
evening.
Nice.